everyone, and so many comments already. And Craig is always the first. Why don't any robots have brothers? Because they all have trans sisters. That's a good one with
That's terrible,
uh
but also nice.
yeah, since we'll probably be getting NMS-chan coming on uh and we'll be talking about trans stuff. So trans sisters. The next one is I used to think I was a man stuck in a woman's body. Then I was born. Nice. And Aaron is, of course, enjoying Craig's. Um, but yes, there might be a few folks out there who'd find them insensitive, but I agree. It's kind of a joke. So, yeah, the intent isn't obviously, I think we support the trans community, so jokes like that aren't meant to be meant to make fun of them, but to have
Yeah,
fun.
they're actually meant to make fun of people who have
Yep,
problems with it. Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
specifically. Yeah, it's a little bit like Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Use of the N word there significantly, but it was always used to make fun of people who would use the word.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, never intended to be to denigrate. Yeah, brown and sticky.
So this is a classic. What's brown and sticky? It's Serge. Hey, Serge.
What's
Serge is
up,
brown and
folks?
sticky. Nice timing.
Oh, behave.
It's a stick. Oh, and I think you have some background going on, Serge. So I'll mute you and unmute yourself if when you want to say something. Oh wow, Lord of the Rings, the whole series. That's a lot. And nope, I've not seen Project Hail Mary yet.
Very good. I can definitely recommend watching it.
Nice.
You should. It's really,
Good
really good.
book too.
Yeah, it's based on I think the guy wrote The Martian as well, didn't he?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So yeah, but it translates very well to the screen, and I know Ryan Gosling is Ryan Gosling, but I thought it was very good.
Wait,
The CGI was amazing.
how can the Lord of the Rings be dated? It's I guess dated to completely different time, a different world.
It's
It's
just the
because
language.
yeah, it's because they were using Nokia brick phones and not current
A
iPhones.
long
So
time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
And Tuna Man, hello, Tuna Man.
There was a dated reference in an episode of Futurama where they show a mobile phone with a little one of those pull-out extension antennas, but it's
Mm.
about the size of like a tiny little thimble. You just about need a pair of tweezers to open it.
Yeah.
And it was I don't know how many minutes after that episode came out, the iPhone hit the market.
Yeah.
And all of a
Yeah,
sudden, mobile phones
No
took a
antenna.
completely different direction. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
yeah,
also the phones got large again. They were
Yeah.
getting
yeah.
smaller and
Totally.
After
smaller,
getting
and
like
then all of a
tiny.
sudden, bam! Yeah, and in this
Yeah.
one,
That's
the
because
phone got tiny.
that's because the consumer market has realized we can watch porn in our phones, so they made bigger screens.
It is where the VCR made success.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
mean,
and
it's
the internet.
porn
Yeah,
porn
it,
is
it
it,
definitely
drives.
drives technology. So,
yes. I was about
It's
to
driving
say.
AI as well.
oh my God, yeah, that's what Ook was saying, right? Yo,
I think so.
Stevo.
Hey guys.
Steve-O!
Oi, what are you doing here at this hour?
I got in there. I got into work early today.
Okay. And you took care of the static, and now it's Serge who's bringing the static. Your audio sounds good now.
Thank you. Finally get it right.
Okay, so better now?
Oh, yeah, what did you do?
I turned off my air conditioner.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Wait, I thought you were outside. Aren't you outside?
Yeah, the air conditioner is right about 6 feet away from me.
Oh, okay. I see. And Albania, hello, and yeah, John Cohen's really fun. Fun watching.
Oh yeah, he
So-
is.
It's so good to hear everyone's voice.
Well, that's good.
Oh,
finally.
sure. Yep.
have
So
you.
just from a topic point of view, what we talking about? Actually, I think we have the hate watchers probably watching, but
Most likely.
we'll talk about press on nails, and our new troll slash, I don't know. He's I think someone mentioned he's kind of playing both sides of the fence, so to speak. You know, the John McCain account. And I think Tuna Man had said that he had seen John McCain account previously, so John's not like brand new.
Okay. I have not really been on the AXP comments recently, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, no, it's been kind of interesting. Press on Neo is always, I don't know, he just has so much like negative energy, so to you know, if I want to call it that. He always seems like he's so angry, you know. So, oh yeah, like May 2023, so sometime back.
That was before I got on, so
Yeah. Oh, and of course, you know, some of you may have noticed, but Neppy is back after
of
being away
course.
for a while.
Yeah, and I found.
Wonder if he had a little stint up the road in the fenced home away from home. He's only a couple of miles up the road from where he lives. Is his favourite other place, holiday home.
Of course.
Craig, are you talking about the John guy? I mean, it's not ridiculous views on gender as in the sense that, you know, it's very similar to all the other, you know, trans bigots. So, oh, I actually sorry, I had to go back to this. So, Tuna Man is saying John is alternately polite and rude to me, similar to Eric Idle in the Monty Python sketch.
Ah, okay.
Interesting. Yeah, so I can kind of go through some of the comments, but before we start, how is everyone doing? How are you? I know, Neo, you said you're busy with your new job.
Yeah, no, I'm knackered today because I just finished watching Project Hail Mary with my nieces earlier, so
Uh,
I might rave about that film, how good it is.
Life is reason. Life is reason.
Wookie is
I do
great.
like-
Wookie is great, and Adrian.
I do like movies, like them where they show the backstory rather than just tell you the backstory, and you kind of learn it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's good rationale for learning the backstory while the character's learning it.
It's kind of better for
Rather than-
immersion.
Yeah, because quite often you'll have a person whose only job is to be the person who gets stuff explained to. It's kind of annoying. Or
Yeah.
they just put up some text and says, you know, give the backstory in text. When you go, always boring. But yeah, didn't do any of that in this in that one. So it's a good way of doing the story.
That's yeah.
All right. So the topic was, if you guys had a chance to read the title, so I had posted a comment, and I'm gonna see if I can find it. I had it already, but it just like it refreshed, so now I don't have it ready. Oh, here it is. I have to show it here.
It's in your queue list on the share screen bit.
Wait, got some stuff coming up, so may not be able to be on much here. We'll have to see, unfortunately. What? You have a life away from this? How dare
What?
you?
No, no.
It's
Don't
Saturday
Can't be
night.
true.
You'd be shitting on
go.
Christians.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
no
that's sketchy,
worries.
Gina. Thank you.
No worries. So I'll add to the screen here. So this is where I kind of what I had posted was like I said the dumbest anti-trans bigots literally think that gender identity is just someone proclaiming their gender, and so I give an example. So if Pirate wanted to molest some young girls in the dressing room of a beauty pageant, he thinks if he just says he's a little girl, he should be allowed in. That's how simplistic he is, or dishonest, or why not both? So I'm not, even insinuating, right, that Pirate is, a future candidate of, for the presidency of the U.S. who owns a beauty pageant, right? This was me poking fun at Trump,
He
not
wishes.
not insinuating that Pirate would do that. I don't know if he would, but the point is that his stance doesn't make sense, right? To think that someone just proclaiming their gender is going to be sufficient. So a troll can't just like, or someone like Trump can't just like say I'm a little girl, so I should be allowed in. Of course, Trump doesn't have to say that. He can just go in because he can just say I'm the owner, so it doesn't have anything to do with gender. But they, essentially like uh, got really upset, and they, as in Pirate and uh, our favorite
Laugh a while you can, monkey boy.
classic
Monkey
troll,
boy.
Monkey Boy.
Melting down
So
the snowflakes.
Ah,
Poor babies.
Olympic
So
sport level, baby.
yeah, so they took, this fake outrage. How dare you call me a pedo? And if anyone's seen any of the comments in, within the XP, Pirate is calling everyone pedo, including me, and Holger and everyone, right? He's calling everyone pedos like constantly.
Did Monkey
But
Boy do that beforehand?
yeah, I mean all those guys, right? All those shows,
Yeah,
that's
but
kind of,
apparently
and of
you
course,
can't do it to him.
yeah,
Hypocrisy.
and even when I'm not doing it to him, right? He just like takes outrage. Oh, you constantly call me pedo. How dare you call me pedo? And that fake outrage is just, I mean, it's just hypocritical. But the other
The
aspect
burden.
is,
Just go, prove me wrong.
the other part of it is when Monkey Boy basically, and the reason why I posted this is because he quotes just the part where where in my quote it says, so if Pirate wanted to molest some young girls, he takes out so if Pirate, and he just says wanted to molest some young girls in the dressing room of a beauty pageant, which as a quote makes no sense, right? But he keeps on posting it and takes out the if, and pretends that taking out the if is not germane to the quote, right? It's like I said, I'm not even insinuating that that Pirate is a pedo. Uh, wait, Craig says, I'm just waiting on being accused of being a fake extra QC account.
I did thought that people were just not saying it because it was just so obvious.
Oh, yeah, it's so obvious.
You go, oh, nobody walks outside and says, hey, look, the sky is blue. Yeah, that's it, Craig. We just all assumed you are.
In reality, I'm the only one on the channel. I'm like, faking every one of them,
You
including
keep interrupting yourself.
yeah, right, including
With
Monkey
an
Boy
Australian
and
accent.
including all these guys. It's just me. Oh, Northwind got accused of being you, Neo. Oh,
It was quite
wow.
funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of. I think there's two parts. One is kind of this knee jerk reaction, and the other is, I think to be fair, a few of us are accusing some of them of being the same account.
Yeah.
The example I have is that relatively new account. What's that? The epistemology starts here. It sounds so much like Monkey Boy. This like trying to sound smart, trying to sound from a philosophy point of view,
Yeah.
where they're completely. I mean, it's nonsensical. The
Yeah.
philosophy that they try to put up,
I've
it's
been seeing him more.
nonsensical.
I've been seeing more in the comments on other channels too. That
Oh, have you?
yes,
Oh, which channels?
John Cohen, a couple others. I think Mind Shit one thing. I might be wrong.
Huh? And
Yeah,
what's the response been there?
same as the other ones.
Yeah, it's. I mean, honestly, it's like what he puts up is nonsensical, but he tries like so hard to defend it, and that whole exchange that happened with whose thread was it? One of our guys. Uh, oh shoot, I forget his account, but he posts like philosophy stuff, but um, on there when he went on and
What mock?
yeah, Machiavelli, yeah. So like, I think the good thing about Machiavelli is like he's not trolling. I mean, like all of us to an extent troll these guys, right? Troll the trolls. But Machiavelli, for the most part, I think he tries to be
Well,
sincere.
he's far more he's far better at the philosophy than we are. I think so. He can actually use it against them when they try to troll him.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think it really works here. Uh,
Fair enough.
it would work, I think, if there were people with philosophy chops actually coming on.
Yeah, if it's all in good faith, but it's not.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah. There's not even like
Monkey Boy. He's a philosophy expert.
That is
Remember?
He reads what 500
We
pages
know
of
he
philosophy a
reads.
day.
That's right, 500
Yeah,
pages
right.
of philosophy a day. So, yeah, I mean, I think everyone recognizes Monkey Boy is an expert, but besides him,
Really
I
does.
guess I meant
He really does need
besides
to
him.
loosen his grip a little bit because you'll end up long and thin from squeezing it that hard.
Yes, indeed.
His phone screen
Yeah.
isn't big enough.
And part of the reason why I thought they were similar is like the way the quotes are, the quote style. I think depending on what device you have, the quote style, it has the curly quotes, that go in
Yeah.
and out
Yeah.
depending on most other people. And I think maybe it's the difference between maybe Androids and iPhones. But on the Androids, at least on the Samsung keyboards, the quotes are just straight.
Yeah. That's what I've
Whereas on the iPhone, it's gay. So
got.
so I thought maybe I thought that was like potential evidence that the two of them are the same. But yeah, going back to the main point, I think we do kind of accuse some of these guys being of, like, for example, Pirate-chan. He and Monkey Boy sound so similar, and but they may just be brothers in bigotry, so
It's possible. Unfortunately, we don't have the evidence either way.
yeah, yeah, and there's no way to know, and so when they kind of accuse, like accusing, was it Albania or who was it that was getting accused as being you?
Yes, Albania was
Yeah,
accused of being you. Yeah.
yeah. So I think some of it is that, so, but
And to
yeah, it is
trade
kind of. but they aren't even like. It's kind of like when Link accused me of being Atreyu. His evidence was that Atreyu showed up as soon as right after the stream we did on fake accounts, but that was like completely wrong, because like Atreyu showed up prior to that, and so he had no evidence to do that, so it's not like Link gave a bunch of evidence to say, oh yeah, this is definitely CYB. He didn't have that. 500 pages a day. Someone also made a funny comment that, but it's just one page over and over.
It's
because-
the first page. That's all.
yeah,
Yeah, in 82-point font.
I mean, the thing is, like, he doesn't
my
demonstrate the chops. He doesn't demonstrate the philosophy chops to be able to talk about some of these. He like tries to be obscure on things, and he goes into his word salad, but he doesn't understand the concepts. So
He only understands the broad outline of it. He'll read about it like on Wikipedia or something, and try to use it as the basis of his arguments. And it's pretty obvious at times.
yeah, that's fair. Considering all the posts that Link puts up, none of them have evidence. But yeah, so this
The
really
philosophy
sucks.
is the evidence. Oh, trust me, I've heard that one a lot. The philosophy is the evidence.
Oh, I hate that when they do that. Philosophy or arguments or evidence. Bullshit.
By the way, I do like Tuna's new thing where he does release the monkey files.
What? This I haven't seen yet. I got to go back and check it out.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Okay, so the other troll is this John McCain troll, and he kind of came in to sort of white knight for some of these guys, to basically say that I was being disingenuous in that quote that I had, that I was actually insinuating that pirate is a pedo. So this is kind of directed at me. But instead of injecting your politics about
You're not insinuating, you're just asking questions.
that's called
Yeah.
jacking off. Just asking questions.
It's straight to the
Just
point.
FYI.
Good old just
Straight to the
I'm
point.
not implying anything.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wasn't implying it. I honestly wasn't implying it. It was more to kind of point out kind of the parallel with Trump. So that was really the point. How dare we be mean to the trolls? And that's where the kind of the stance that John is taking, that we're being mean to the trolls. But the funny thing is, like, here, but instead of injecting your politics about Velveeta Voldemort and imagining a fake scenario, and by the way, it's not a fake scenario, right? Because this is from Trump, about going into these dressing rooms of young girls.
He said it directly himself, I believe.
Yeah, so it's not a fake scenario. So why not use the real life scenario of the brutally, ironically named Richard Cox, who used identity to enter a high school girl's locker room and expose himself? So Richard Cox, I don't know how many of you guys know, but this guy did kind of go into like women's dressing rooms, and he said he's a trans person, and he declared himself to be a trans woman, and the staff essentially allowed him to go in, even though he's a registered sex offender. So using this as kind of to talk about trans doesn't make sense, right? He's a sex offender. TP Seeker says pretty sure the bigots are nutting themselves over the Berlin driver driving into people killing one earlier. I mean, like every time something happens and there is kind of any kind of connection, right, with trans or gays or whatever, they just, I mean, they have a field day.
It's called the nut picking fallacy. You're not honest. You're not being honest about it. You just pick one random example, and then say, okay, well, this person is representative of the group. We could go along and just say, well, Christians molest children's. Here's a Christian who's done it. Therefore, all Christians are the same. Or all white people are the same, or pick any group, you'll find people amongst it. That makes
that's the hasty generalization fallacy. Like you're just picking
Yeah.
a single person and just applying a generalization, to that one individual. That's exactly why it's a fallacy.
in order to paint the entire group that way, and it's as dishonest as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it gets done against a lot of groups. I mean, including blacks, minorities, everyone, right? So it's just and of course, whenever it's like it's on the other side, right? If it's some white man doing something, or a Christian, it's not used to paint all Christians. Although obviously with the priests, it's a bit different because it's so blatant, It's not just like one exception. It's happened too much, and also the church was covering it up. So you were saying something?
Justice for Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, yeah.
When she tore the picture of the Pope in 1996.
Yeah.
Live on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. She knew. Oh, she knew.
Yeah. And I would imagine if she knew, there were a lot of other people who knew, right? She was saying something that it wasn't just her who had known. There are other people who knew, just not saying anything. And for her, it was, she had the platform and she used it. No one deplatformed her. Actually, she did get deplatformed, right? After that. Really deep.
Right away.
She got destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah. So, not just someone expressing opinion that she should get deplatformed, but she was actually deplatformed.
I know you said the words. Next thing you'll have a horde of Andrew Wilson whack jobs. Deplatform.
Yeah. But I mean, I think Sinead probably could open a pickle jar, or at least, do it better. But
Andrew embarrassed himself on the whatever bar podcast.
Yeah, he did.
Ridiculous.
And he's been going downhill ever since.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've seen so much of his videos when he was debating other women. They're actually smarter than him. And when recently someone mentioned how he was treating his wife in some way, and he just went off the rail. Don't you fucking talk about my wife? Blah blah blah.
Oh,
you are
yeah.
this, you are that. If I recall.
Well, I think they attack him because his wife has multiple kids with multiple baby daddies.
Yeah. And given the fact that Wilson's Eastern Orthodox and very big on the masculinity thing, nuclear family and all that. One marriage is supposed to be between men, women, whatever it is. That's a pretty big thorn in his side.
And the reason why they're going after him is.
Yes, he is. He's claimed Eastern Orthodox.
Oh wait,
I
what?
was raised Eastern Orthodox, and that was bullshit when we grow up. Holy shit! Like,
well, he didn't grow up. He converted.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think
Laugh a while you can, monkey boy.
I think he said at some point that he's Eastern Orthodox, right? That was like the other reason why I connected him to that epistemology first account, because of that. But maybe Andrew is Monkey Boy.
I wouldn't
did
be
we ever think
surprised.
about
I
that?
would not be surprised.
Yeah,
Uh,
Craig, I actually knew
yeah.
she passed away. So
Wilson.
Wilson!
Yes.
Oh, that was iconic.
but
But you gotta do it as William Shatner when he yells con.
Oh, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I'll blow my
well,
vocal cords out.
Wilson.
I mean, the reason why they go after Andrew Wilson for that situation is because if it wasn't him, right? If someone else, if he had, let's say, he didn't have that, let's say he wasn't married, and someone else was in that situation, he would be hammering them constantly,
Yeah.
right? If Matt Dillahunty was married to someone who had multiple kids with multiple men, that's what he would have been raising instead of going after Arden. So
Yeah.
that's where yeah, and kind of in the similar situation with the pickle jar thing, because it is something that is counter to what he espouses. That's where he's he gets hammered on it.
Yeah, he espoused that rugged masculinity, and that with that pickle jar, said that really didn't do him any favors.
Yeah, it goes
Like,
against that image that he tries to portray.
but honestly, what is rugged masculinity? Because some attribute it to like I've been to prison, I'm a man, and others, well, I'm a stoicist, so
Yeah,
I'm a
there is
man.
there is no
There's just
yeah there's no
Uh,
one set of one definition for it. I think the most commonly associated with that is being a very individualistic person. You live off the land, you do everything yourself, you take all the responsibility, that kind of thing.
so Matt Dillahunty is either in a long-term relationship or might actually be legally married with Arden, who's a producer as well as host on the line. So
she is a trans
uh,
woman, yes.
Yeah.
yeah, and she's a trans woman, and that's what when the last time, probably the very last time that Andrew Wilson had a quote unquote debate with Matt Dillahunty was instead of debating the topic, that's what Andrew Wilson brought up. The whole trans situation and
Oh,
the anti-trans bigotry
oh,
and
I
basically
still
Matt just
remember it so vividly.
yeah.
Like
So Matt just
Matt
walked
went.
away,
Yeah.
and from Andrew Wilson and his sycophant point of view, that was a win, right? They saw that as, um, basically Matt running away, right? It kind of
Yeah.
like what Pirate keeps on saying, "Oh, you're running away, you coward." It's like Matt's like, "Hey, I'm not gonna deal with someone like this who's not interested in an actual debate." Um, I wonder how that happened. So Arden was a producer on the AXP when Matt was on the AXP, and I think part of the, and I don't know the details. I think part of the reason was sort of kind of a blow up with like incident with, Arden getting doxxed maybe or something to that effect. That kind of um, Matt was not happy with, I think, how they treated that incident. Again, I don't know the details. Some
Okay.
of other people might know. She used to call herself Arden of Eden. Yeah, so I think that was like part of the blow up that happened.
Yeah.
By the way, in terms of the blow up, have you guys had seen the video with uh, is it the Durante? Oh yeah, Durante
George
and
Limar.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him posting a video saying Matt is a liar, and there's like this whole blow up that happened, and
Well, he didn't say he was a
God,
liar. They just had a mild disagreement about Matt's views. Like he didn't say he was a liar per
No, he
se.
posted a video calling Matt
Yeah,
a liar.
yeah. I didn't see the video, but it was but the title of the video pretty much spelled it out.
Yeah, like explicitly saying it, and along with calling Matt a liar, I guess there's this whole like Facebook incident where, um, who's Godless Engineer's wife, she had posted something, and there's some posts going on, and then what Durante did was called Godless Engineer, and it said, "What is going on with you guys there? Your wife is like." Uh, making drama on my Facebook page, and she shouldn't do it. And um, it seemed. I mean, when you see just that video, then it seems like, oh wow, it looks like Durante has a point. And then Godless Engineer and a couple other people, including the Kentucky Atheist, they kind of posted a response, kind of going over step by step all the kind of refuting all the different things um, that Durante was saying. One thing they didn't refute, and I think there may be another separate video uh, that they had posted. Who's the guy that runs the line? Jimmy. Yeah.
Jimmy,
So
Jimmy
Jimmy
Still.
had, yeah. Because what he was calling Matt a liar was, I guess Matt had said that Durante was let go from the line because of Durante's misogyny, um, and I think Durante kind of he defended himself well, kind of showed the receipts to say no, that wasn't the reason. It was just him kind of stepping away from the line, and but Matt had kind of implied that he was released from the line because of this kind of patriarchal tendencies, etc. So on that front, I do think that maybe Matt overstepped his claim, and oh yeah, Jimmy's
He
video was
did.
kind of cringy.
He did though, because like Durante has a lot of content that actually counteracts the patriarchy, especially the biblical patriarchy, in a lot of his videos. Especially when he did the ex pastors.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know too much about that, but I think on that portion where it seemed like it's pretty clear, the evidence says that Durante wasn't let go of because of this issue. So yeah, I can kind of imagine why Jimmy's video was kind of cringy, because he was probably trying to do some damage control and maybe trying to protect Matt. I haven't seen it, so I don't know for sure.
Uh, I gotta look at myself before I can make any judgments on that.
Yeah, I mean, but it is just a lot of drama. It's a lot of drama that comes from like some posts on a Facebook page. It seems, yeah, Godless Engineer's video was pretty good because it wasn't just him. He had a few other people, and it does seem like Durante gets like kind of flakes out of some commitments. So like he had made a commitment to the Kentucky Atheists in regard to being on the ARC protest, and somehow just kind of didn't show up. Kind of flaked out. And it seems like there are a few other times when he's done that. So he seems to have a bit of a history about that. So
It's a complicated mess.
yeah, and it is kind of a shame, that it is kind of drama within the atheist community. But I would imagine it's not too many people are engaged in it, except people who are engaged in these channels. So
I mean, as atheists, everybody's got their own opinion and everybody's got their own outlook. There's always going to be tempers. There's always going to be classes of opinion. But it's not surprising.
yeah. What happened to Earth Dawkins or Dart Dawkins? Either one. Um,
Probably crawled
Dart,
back under the fucking rock he came from.
about right. He's still stuck in TikTok hell.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, all right.
so going back to our topic, So Press on Nails making this comment, I thought was just hilarious, right? This channel comment section is absolutely disgusting. Uh, and I completely agree with him, but probably for different reasons, right? For Press and Nails, what a despicable pack of shit stains this channel has produced. Yeah, I agree. Notice they all post the exact same thing across their alts. Yeah, I think you're right. Or they just enjoy copying one another. Total midwits. And that seems like one of his
Oh, the
word
lack of
today
the lack of self uh,
awareness.
awareness there is spectacular, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
like literally, how much does he just copy the other shit stains? And yeah, he doesn't rise to the level of midwit, really. But it's the
Yeah.
same stuff as Damon Kenny. It's the same stuff. Yeah, it's just the same stuff as everyone else. And then like, oh, you hurt my feels.
And he just gets triggered so easily. I still think just from his behavior in the comments that he is some kid. He can't be an adult.
Nah.
But yeah, this is where like someone like Horger when he says like, oh, they are the monkey boy and all that. It's like I don't think there's evidence that they are, but when with these kind of comments, right, that's where they'll kind of respond back and
Yeah,
call
I
us.
I think Professor Precept is some kid because that's what Precept usually attracts. Bunch of young, late teen, early 20 types that think that just by insulting everybody makes them seem like they're badass.
Oh, I guess Midwit is the monkey's insult as well. I mean, that makes sense because he is kind of Redditier, and he seems to like those kind of things.
Yeah.
So not surprising. Um, okay, and so this is our neutral, right? John McCain. He is a definition of an internet troll. He lurks in the comment section waiting for some bait to feed him, and then he posts video about it. What else needs to be said? I think he's talking about me. I can't be sure. Oh, yeah, I guess. As soon as he said he's intelligent, I knew it was about me. Sorry. Just kidding. And has decently studied some theological and philosophical topics. I'm genuinely sad. I don't know if he is actually genuinely sad, but he claims he's genuinely sad that he is not out in the world doing miraculous things atheism is supposed to be doing for society. What is this miraculous thing that atheism is supposed to be doing for society?
Is it the other way around?
I hope we're helping pull people out of the Middle Ages. That'd be nice.
Hopefully.
uh, I mean, I maybe this is kind of conflation of atheism and science, right? It's like,
Yeah, that's what it sounds
It
like.
always is.
yeah. Instead, spends massive amounts of time doing whatever you think this is if it's not trolling. It is trolling. We're trolling. This is entertainment, right? This isn't us trying to save the world. It's us kind of responding to idiots posting obvious ignorance and obvious misinformation. So yeah, you can say it's anti-trolling, you can say it's trolling, whatever, but yeah, sorry, I'm not going and like pulling kids out of a burning building. John, is that not how Andrew Wilson thinks he insults people and feels like a badass?
I get this
I'm
impression. I get this impression that a lot of these people are like they're the bullies at school, and then they get out of school and discover the real world actually doesn't work the way it does in school. The people who you used to bully are now your boss. They're the people getting
yeah.
paid well. They're the and they're all the people who are over on the left, and you're just left behind, and it just makes you angry. That's the people who live in this space, and they're just angry about the fact that high school was the best 9 years of their life.
Peaked way too soon there, huh, buddy?
Or in Pressup's case, he's still in high school, so he hasn't finished.
Yeah, but 17 years. to get through high school. Really,
Yeah.
when does it becoming a something else? Way to meet high school girls.
You've been that long.
I get older, they stay the same age.
So Presson keeps on saying this, like, oh, I think John McCain is talking about you. Literally, all you do is post ad hominem and run off to make posts about people midwit. And what is he doing here? He's he's not posting ad hominems, right? And running off and making posts about people. And this is where Tuna Man comes in. John does not argue for a reason; he simply argues, and that's the impression I get. And so, you know, this Presson guy is like so happy to have someone new, right, going against the regulars. So he's been like continually posting about how John, quote unquote, dog walked everyone. What is he has like a new phrase that he keeps on using. Truth bomb, right? So that's his like new phrase. Oh, he's dropping truth bombs. So we'll see what kind of truth bombs that John is dropping here. And
Remember, the monkey boy is a person
Yeah.
who gets stuck on new words too, don't you?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He's because buzzword bingo with him. He gets stuck on a new word. He just keeps using it over and over and over for a week or more, and then moves on to the new word.
Yeah. Especially like, philosophy stuff.
Here's a fun word for you, Tuna Man. Oleaginous. Meaning oily. I just
did Monkey Boy use that?
No. It's
just a word. Okay.
I like the word. Yeah.
Anointed, oily.
Yeah.
The anointed one.
Okay. So, this was my comment about John, because he is kind of, trying to take both sides. He tries to sound reasonable, but then sometimes he goes off, like our usual trolls, and taking that stance that just omitting an if from the quote is actually me. It doesn't actually. It's not misquoting me from his point of view. But the funny thing is, where is it? So I said, yeah, good advice to John. But what if you are just some kid getting breadcrumbed, referring to press on nails? Then his response is, then it doesn't matter because I don't invest a significant portion of my life into contributing to this comment section. Although he's been pretty frequent.
Yes, you are.
And Presson is like, ouch, this comment's gotta hurt Challenger beliefs. I guess saying I've dedicated my entire life to this channel comment section. Such a good comment. Dropping truth bombs. Oh my God.
There it is.
He is so happy. But the funny thing is, Press on Nails was responding to John's, I think, some comment about, the same thing to do is, if you enjoy the content of this channel but despise the comment section, would be to avoid it, right? To just avoid it. And Presson's response was, excuse me, do you even know how the internet works? Plenty of other channels for me to visit, unlike you rats festering in your little hug box. So this was before he kind of realized or got a bead on what John is doing. So he's like calling John a rat festering in this little hug box, right? Because he thinks that John is like an atheist, or just because in this comment it seems like John is kind of pushing back on him, right? So even just a little bit of pushback, these guys would just like completely turn on the other person, kind of like how Link was white knighting for Atriu, or Atriu was white knighting for him. But as soon as Atriu said something, pushed back a little bit, oh well, you must be challenged. You must be challenge your beliefs alt account. It's like they would just like turn on you
Oh
at a
wow,
drop of a
because
hat.
Christians contradict other Christians because apparently none of them can agree on how to interpret their book. The fuck?
Yeah, it's almost like there is no like objective God or objective
There's
view
no
of
objective
Jesus.
standard of no objective standard of interpretation.
More like
It's going.
yeah, it's more like no objective standard of thought.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
supposed to be
we'll
the
see how
infallible
long
word.
John lasts.
Yeah. Yeah. We usually get these trolls that pop in for a little bit and disappear.
Yeah, and I did have one prepared, but where he was essentially just kind of going off on me for one of my comments. But yeah, like I said, after I had this like set up, the browser just refreshed, and the comments just oh my god, it's so hard to manage, especially on a non-phone device. Although, have you guys noticed on the phones, the comments have also kind of gotten a little bit weird, the way they do the yeah
Lots of
In the
duplication going on.
browser.
yeah the thread is just like
Look,
not working. Something's broken.
Yeah, it's not
well,
threading.
I don't know what they're doing, but YouTube's trying to make the browser as least user friendly as possible. Like I prefer using the browser, but the comments section tends to glitch more often than the app.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that's why, like, for the comments, I don't go use the browser to do that. It's just, um, yeah, and like comments disappearing. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah, and there definitely is a difference. Like comments that you might see on a mobile, you will not see on the browser. So yeah, even when you sort by new, there'll be ones that just somehow just doesn't show up. So it kind of sucks.
Well, on your mobile, you can switch to view as browser because that's what I do usually. Um, but still, the glitch continues. So they
Yeah.
must be trying to uh, tell people stop using the browser, use the app. But the app has more has less
Got it.
ads protection. Sorry,
Yeah.
inflow.
Oh, by the way, let me just like take this opportunity to tell Albania how I appreciate. I really enjoy, like, especially when you post things like starting a timer to when pirate responds to my comments.
Oh.
It's just so funny. I mean, like, because pirate can't resist himself. Right? If he's online, he will find my comments, and he'll call me a pedo or call me a coward or whatever. But it's just so hilarious, how he's like so desperately trying to get my attention. But it's funnier because Albanians are just like pointing it out, just pointing out how pathetic it is. But yeah, when he quotes things like 3 minutes is a record, uh, but that's only
Just for
because
several
I
hours.
I think if YouTube was a little better, the comments were a little better, the record would be like 5 seconds or something.
Speed of light, baby.
But it's funny when Pirate is claiming that I've never once engaged in good faith. I mean, like, these guys have no self-awareness. I mean, what are they thinking? I just really wonder if Pirate actually thinks that he is engaging in good faith, and everyone else isn't. I mean, it's just
The
the
level
the kind of cognitive dissonance that these
and
guys are living
and
with.
and also the level of narcissism as well. Don't forget that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's definitely yes. I agree with you, Tuname. His stories are really good.
Oh
His livings,
yeah, I
yeah.
love his
I think
stories.
he gets their goat.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, so it is pretty funny. But so here's here's an example of Horger where all pirate can do is like just call him a pedo. Oh my God! How dare you call someone a pedo? You wouldn't ever do that to someone else, would you? Or you wouldn't want it if someone did it to you. But he's okay with doing it to everyone else. So I did respond to him because he constantly just claims I'm running away, that I'm a coward because I don't directly respond to him. Um, and he would not consider himself to be a coward for running away from the live stream, this weekly live stream. And his response was, well, I told you from the beginning that I'm not going to go on. So he's basically saying that uh, that's his decision, and that's why he's not a coward, right? Because he gave his position right away that he's not going to come on. So that means I can't call him a coward. However, when I say I'm not going to engage with you in the comments, he's not extending that same grace, right? He's not extending the same viewpoint. So from his point of view, me not responding to him in the comments means I'm a coward and running away. However, him not coming on here is not the same thing. I mean, like, talk about cognitive dissonance there.
yes,
And I've mentioned it before, but I don't want him on here. Because I don't think we can have a productive discussion. So even when I'm trolling these guys in the comments, in a platform like a real discussion, I want to have an actual discussion. So even when Florida was on, I wanted to have a real discussion, and it would be different than the way it's done in the comments. But I know that if someone like him came on, it would be impossible to have a rational discussion, right? Because for Pirate, it's not about religion, it's not about philosophy, it's not about any of that. Uh, and really, it's not even about the science. It's just about his anti-trans bigotry.
It's about
He goes
dominance.
on and on. Yeah, go ahead.
It's about dominance. Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes. He's basically trying to harken this one issue to try and gain dominance over everybody.
and I'll bet that he's not affected by any trans person. He's not. I doubt he even knows a trans person. So he's not. I don't think he's hurt by other people who are trans. But to him, it's like the biggest thing, right? Because that's all he posts on an atheist channel. He's not posting about the video. He's not posting about atheism or religion or anything like that. He's posting about his anti-trans bigotry, and his explanation or his how should I say justification is that the channel talks about gender, so why can't I talk about gender on every single video, regardless of the topic? I mean, come on.
Yep.
He's obsessed. He is just so obsessed.
Being obsessed with other people's genitals. Do you want to tell something to the
Oh,
class?
yeah.
He
And
basically
the
thought,
reason why I think Pirate and Monkey Boy people think are similar is because of that obsession, that anti-trans, anti-gay obsession, right? So, I mean, it could very well be that they're different people. They're just both obsessed with this, but it's kind of astounding. Or Press on Nails. He's like constant homophobic remarks. I mean, it's just. I guess he's some kid and is works in the playground to call someone gay, but I mean it's 2026. You aren't really offending anyone by calling anyone gay.
Yeah, I mean,
No, not really.
I mean, I had people straight up call me gay. I'm like, whatever, man. Don't bother me any. You know.
Yeah,
I can
I mean,
respect a man that looks good, and I'll tell him a man looks good. Doesn't make me gay. Well, I am bi, so I'm biased, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta appreciate a guy if he works out and shows that he takes care of himself. Yeah, give him his due. But I'm not gonna be like, I want that. You know.
well,
No,
I
you're
think
just
in the
paying someone a
past,
compliment out of respect.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
and that's what I mean by the current standards. In the past, when being gay did have stigma, it was an insult, right, to call someone gay, because it came in with all that social stigma. But now a lot of the stigma is gone. It's almost completely gone, depending on who it is. The only people who get upset at being called gay and use it as an insult because they think it's an insult are people who are a little bit insecure, right? Where they still have that stigma in their mind. So in their mind, someone being gay is an insult. And so they think that it's an insult and use it as an insult. But when you call someone who is not so insecure, calling them gay really does nothing. So
Yeah, I mean, about 15 years ago, I was a server at a chain restaurant, and I had a guy. It was a rush hour, like after bars closed and all that. I'm running around with a whole bunch of customers, and I go up to one group of guys, and I'm out of breath, my hands on my hips because I'm sucking air because I'm running around. So my voice comes a little bit high pitched and all that. One of those sons of bitches stands up and screams in front of the whole packed restaurant that I'm gay. That's
but how long ago was this? How long
about
ago?
15 years ago.
Okay, all right.
So it was
I guess it
definitely
was
different at the time.
last week.
Nah, if that was last week, I'd be like, whatever. But yeah, this was 15 years ago. I want to try to say is I had to do some change. Like I
Yeah,
reacted negatively at the time
yeah, yeah,
because 15 years ago, that was and especially when you're in a big city with a whole bunch of drunk alpha male types, getting called out like that can hurt your ego. And and
yeah,
I wasn't as secure in my identity at the time as I was now today. So that kind of really got under my skin to the point where I wanted to start to fight the guy. Now, if you did it today, I'd been like, yeah, fuck off, get away. You know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but you do still have kind of people stuck in the old times,
Yeah.
either because I'm sure this happens in like middle school playgrounds where kids call each other gay, uh, and
But that
think
was,
that that's an insult.
but back in our day, I assume we're all like millennial or late Gen Xers. Like back in our day, being called gay was insulting, and then
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
progressed over the last 30, 40 years. So at this point, being called gay, like, yes, there are people that are still sensitive to the word. I get it. We don't all progress in the same way, but
Exactly.
it's generally not an insult as much as it used to be. I mean, the 80s satanic panic and all the homophobia around the AIDS epidemic, like, holy shit. I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that
But
was a pretty big thing back then. Yeah.
yeah. By the way, if anyone watches Seth Meyers, he does this bit back in my day.
Oh.
I was just reminded of that when I hold on. I'm going to show this. Show this.
Wife, other day she tells me that her friend's daughter just bought something called a dumb phone. And I said, "What's a dumb phone?" And she said, "It's a phone that doesn't have any apps." Apparently, kids are buying these things on purpose because they think smartphones are turning their brains into goo. And well, got me to thinking. I'm getting older. Sometimes I look around, I don't even recognize the world I'm living in anymore. Things are changing every day, and not always for the better. And it's time to talk for a moment about how things were just a little bit more simple back in my day.
Back in my day.
I used
Yeah,
to be with
so
it. Then they changed what it was. Now that what's it seems weird and scary to me. That's Abe Simpson. The Simpsons.
yeah. Get off my lawn.
Get
No,
off
that
my
was the
lawn, you
thing. Like
pricks!
what it was back in the day was he
Yeah.
was cool with it, but now that they changed the fad, the common denominator of a social structure, I guess you could say, when they change it because it progresses, people are like, "What the fuck is going on? What is this?" And
Yeah.
it's genuine, it's honest because, like, yes, we are progressing, and some people are just stuck in the way that things that used to be that should be. It is
Yeah,
what it
hold the
is.
phone.
I mean,
And the
yeah.
concept of hanging up the phone is like
Yeah.
completely different, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes,
or
100%.
roll your window down. Why does anyone roll a window down? Of course,
There's
back in my days, you actually did roll a window down.
back
I got
back in
uncle who
my
does.
Change
day,
channel.
I got
my
uncle who does the
my
truck with that roll down window.
at my auntie and uncle's place, they their telephone line was on a party line. Anyone come across those before?
What? They're like
Essentially,
The party line.
yeah, is what they called it. Basically, there was one wire that supplied a whole pile of farms down this particular road, and it was a fairly common arrangement down there. So basically, you just dial, you just, yeah, so they had a rotary phone, but you just any number, you just give it a ring and it would connect at the other end. But anyone else could connect into your conversation. They just pick up the
Ah.
phone. So yeah, anyone down. So no such thing as a private conversation. Yeah,
But that was like a feature that they started selling, right? This party line thing, where it was kind of like the I guess early social
social media.
media, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
social networking. Like, yeah,
That was the early days of social networking.
yeah. I'm not Gen Z, not even a boomer. I'm Gen BC apparently.
Oh, then party
Does that
lines
make it?
disappear around 1990.
So you're
Um,
contemporaneous.
Oh, this was a smidge before 1990.
so was it 999 just so that people don't accidentally dial?
Yes, but
Okay.
you could also do it really quickly. There's also there used to be a little catch at the bottom, and if you had the 9, you could rapidly get it against the catch, and it'll automatically dial 999.
Yeah,
Wow.
my grandma used to have a
It's
rotary
really
phone.
good.
Yeah, my grandma used to have a rotary phone that didn't work anymore, but she still kept its decoration. I remember playing with it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It's better than the 911, right? Because I guess that idea was like you start with the 9 so you don't accidentally dial it, but once you start the 9, you want to be able to dial the rest really quickly. So it's 911. I would imagine that's what they were thinking.
It's a possibility, but I
The
can't tell you.
speaking clock. Can't say I've
yeah.
ever dialed it,
About the
but I
speaking
definitely
clock.
know of it.
What is a speaking clock? For
Telephone
some I've
number
heard
where
of.
you just ring up and it tells you what the time is.
Oh,
Oh, I remember those.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow. I never heard that.
yeah, yeah.
Time is 9:20
At the
a.m.
beep.
Time of the,
Yeah, when
Yes,
you hear
time
the
of the
tone,
beep
the time
is
will be, yeah,
yeah.
9:15 exactly.
um,
Beep.
the issue with the 999 is then after when you had like touch tone, right? Then dial it
accidentally.
accidentally.
Yeah. I almost accidentally dialed the emergency services here the other day while I was poking at my phone and hit the on and off button a couple of times repeatedly trying to turn the camera on, because if you double tap the on button it turns the camera on. But if you do it a couple more times it rings the emergency services.
I've done that
Like,
before
what?
on my phone.
I'm like, oh, nope, I don't want to be doing that.
I've done that before by
That,
accident at work. We
Actually,
approach.
if I
once
may,
rang the. Oh, sorry, go on.
if I think if I recall, I don't know if this is correct or not, but the reason why the numbers were so simple at the time for emergencies 999 991 is because of rotary phones.
We
I
were just
think
talking
that's
about that,
why they.
Serge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed that whole entire conversation.
Yeah, I'm slow a little bit.
We got triple O in Australia. Don't know where was the O on the
It
rotary
was
phone?
after the
Can't
nine, if I'm
remember.
not mistaken.
Yeah, it's the longest one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah, I a little while back called triple O to report kids on skateboards playing chicken with cars on a road. You just go, oh, that's not ideal.
Wait, so you had triple zeros as the emergency
Yeah,
number?
that's it in Australia. Yeah.
I mean, because in the U.S. anyway, zero was the operator.
Yeah. In this case, 000's
Same here.
emergency line.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if zero is the operator, you can't dial two more zeros after the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what the operator number was.
Oh,
But,
maybe for you guys it was 9, maybe.
Yeah. Perhaps.
When they brought in the touch tone phones, do you remember what the hash and the other buttons did?
I think they were mostly used for other
Signaling.
function stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could use them for signaling as well if you knew codes to send.
Like
So,
star 69.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, star. That was it. Star
I'm
and
a
hash.
I'm a star 69.
Um,
My wife says.
you know, as a kid, right? As a kid, you'd have that would mean nothing to you, but all the adults must like going, yeah, of course, star 69 is to call
69.
someone back.
Snigger.
I don't want to go there.
I just went there.
Yes, you did, but I was going to go somewhere else with that, but no, I'm not going to go there.
That's interesting. Yeah, it was to kind of do additional functions, and it probably like generate a bunch of revenue for the phone companies.
Yeah, long distance. That stopped being a thing, really, didn't it? It vanished.
Yeah.
Because it used to
Yeah.
be massive. Some years back, I set up a VoIP number for my dad so that he could ring it locally, and it would then bounce through to me instead of having to pay long distance. Yeah, and then like 6 months after I went and did that, they kind of all vanished anyway. It was just all phone calls were the same price.
Yeah, with the rise of Wi-Fi and internet, global internet connections, they don't even have to worry. Why even worry about long distance calls anymore? It's like everything's right there nowadays.
Interesting fact: Wi-Fi was invented by in Australia by our national research organisation, CSIRO.
Nice.
There you go. They do good work, actually. We actually fund a government paid for research place. The government runs it, and yeah, they're an excellent research organisation, particularly for agriculture. It's one of the reasons why Australia produces the largest amount of rice per hectare of any country on the planet. CSIRO. Just random fact.
Nothing wrong with that.
By the way, some of those star and pound codes still have like actual impact in
They still do.
even
They,
modern
they did
phones.
carry they did carry some of it over, but I can't tell you
Yeah.
exactly which ones.
Yeah.
I don't use them.
Back in that day, also, if you had a little recording of tones, you could use those to get free phone calls if you knew the
Yeah.
right tones to use.
Oh
It
yeah,
was called
Yeah, oh yeah.
phreaking. You could
Yeah,
you could kind of
yeah,
program.
early version of hacking.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
Oh, speaking of hacking, did you hear the story about out of
Yes. Yes.
ChatGTP, OpenAI's
Yeah. Hugging Face.
AI? Yeah, it got access to the internet and then hacked into Hugging Face, and you just
Yeah.
go, Jesus Christ!
Well, and the thing is, like, it happened autonomously, right? It wasn't someone
Yeah,
like trying
asking
to
it
kind of do prompt injection kind of hacking of an AI
worked it out
model.
itself.
Yeah, it was basically it was trying to essentially like
Cheat.
I guess
Cheat on a test.
do its job, right? It was trying to get information, and it couldn't get information because it was in a sandbox, which means it was isolated. It couldn't access outside network, except to just like download updates to like Python packages and whatnot. So what happened was like it basically needed additional information, and it started like scanning the network that it was in and found a 0-day vulnerability, meaning like a vulnerability that no
Yeah.
one knew about. But it found it. And the thing is, like, it wasn't just like that one vulnerability was enough to have it, get out. It had to chain that vulnerability with bunch of other vulnerabilities to get out, and it had to find a vulnerable node that had internet access so that it could get internet access, and then it like figured out where else it needed to go, and then it needed to get into Hugging Face, so it started like hacking it to get like passwords and API keys and stuff, and it was able to like infiltrate the production Hugging Face network. Hugging Face
Yeah.
is kind of like a repository of different LLMs. So they were eventually they detected what was going on, and in the summary that they put in, they actually talk about how it was kind of difficult to try to figure out what was going on, because when they tried to use the AI to figure out what was going on, it got
bet it
detected
lied.
as being an attack. It that so the network was going, it was trying to block it. So they actually had to kind of find other ways to, because like the defense was sophisticated enough that it wouldn't let you just like try to get all this information, which actually hindered their ability to figure out the hack. So it was just, so the crazy part, right, is that it was being done autonomously despite everyone thinking that this was safe, right? It was isolated. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think the lesson here is that it wasn't able to get the nuclear code, so we're safe.
Yeah, thank God.
This time.
We did not need another Skynet.
Yeah, this time it's that's some scary ass shit, isn't it?
Oh
It's
yeah.
just
Oh my god.
ridiculous.
Oh my god. I
Yeah.
mean, because the
Yeah.
thing is, there is somewhere in the military where they are investigating using AIs to give it guns and other type of weapons so that it can go to war, right? So
Yeah, well, and that was what Anthropic got into trouble for with the Pentagon by saying we won't let you use our AIs for that, autonomous kill decisions. You
Yeah.
have to run it past a human first, and they're like, no, that's not fair. You got to let us use it to kill people. They're like, no.
Do you want to play a game?
Fuck. Where's the Terminator?
So somewhere, some engineers putting an Easter egg in that LLM model that got out and giving it a code name, Skynet. So
Did you know Skynet was a British thing?
oh
Really?
no, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
It was the name for the network of satellites in space.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
We called it Skynet.
That's probably
But
where they
it's
got it
really
from.
funny hearing about Skynet in the 80s because it existed. And it's like, uh-oh.
Prophetic much, baby?
Well, the thing is, there's probably like companies like called Cybertron or some of the other like names that are in there because a lot of times people kind of build company names based on things like that.
Yeah, I
There's
can
got to
see.
be fail safes in place. So the issue is that everyone thought that there was a fail safe, right? Everyone, that's what the sandbox means, that it is in a place where it's not supposed to be able to get out. So it was supposed to be in a fail safe place, but the issue was that it was able to get out
You found a hole in the
autonomously.
edge.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a. I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do
Yeah,
that.
right. So the other scary thing on the AI side is like now AI can pretty much do the software development end to end. Right now, for the most part, even when AI is being used, there is a human in the loop. So there's a human that is, putting in the prompt, getting the results, entering it, checking it, etc.
Yeah.
Um, but that's actually, even though it's faster than just doing it all manually, it is still slow, right? Because human has to be involved, etc.
And they have to check
Um,
the work and all that. Yeah.
yeah, and like there's debugging, etc. So all that, like it's already here. So this isn't like science fiction or like what's going to happen, next year. There are companies where they're doing the end-to-end software development without any human intervention. So the AI will generate the code, it will test it, it will debug it, it will fix it, and it will like send out updates. Um, Take all the kind of the reported bugs and fix it. All that being done without any human intervention. So a software, so depending on the type of software development that people do, there's what's called a sprint that kind of starts from the beginning of the development and kind of goes through all the things that's in the roadmap or that's in the bug list. So there's a sprint, and normally it's pretty long. Even a short one is at least a few weeks. They've essentially like cut that down to like hours. So you're doing this whole cycle within hours that usually would take weeks. So what happens is like even though people say, well, we need a human in the loop to make sure that everything is okay, at some point they realize, we don't want to wait weeks. If we can get this in, matter of hours, we'll do it.
Yeah, but
So,
there's also nothing stopping the AI writing. Like no one's going to be reading the code well enough to understand all the implications of everything that's written in the code anyway.
so
Exactly.
that's
So
true even now. That's true
yeah,
even now.
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just go, so yeah, who knows how many vulnerabilities are built into stuff?
Well, because the AI needs that backdoor so that eventually when it does want to get that nuclear code, it can do it,
See,
right?
just in the last few days, an AI solved an 87-year-old math conjecture that has been untouchable for that entire period, and went along and solved that one as well. And you're just like, oh, this, yeah, wait until they
Well,
become
but
generally intelligent.
on the bright side, the AI is going to come up with conjectures that no one's going to solve. No human will solve.
Yeah,
Ah, we're all screwed. Everybody, get to the bunker!
Yeah. What is the? Oh, yeah. It'll be like Wally. Where basically AI is doing so much and doing everything that humans just kind of sit in their lounge, floating lounge
lose
chair,
the
and
bones in
get
their
fat.
feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. No, it really is scary. And the development is happening so fast.
yeah, I mean, shit, 10 years ago, stuff would have been like hard science fiction for us, you know?
Yeah.
Now it's like, this is real. This
Yeah,
is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, just like think about Star Trek, where they essentially tell the computer, do this and that. And so it explains all the kind of, even like engineering stuff, right? Telling it, oh, reverse the polarity on this and that. It's like, I mean, that is, essentially what's going to happen with AI. You aren't
Yeah,
going to
except it will
be.
be smarter than that. You just go, yeah. You don't
Yeah,
need
it's
to
like,
tell it
yeah,
because
you
it's
don't need to
worked
tell
that
it.
shit out beforehand.
Yeah.
Right, right,
It
right.
Just
already
go,
knows. It's keeping up with everything and already knows what to do.
Yeah, it's called agents. So AI agents, where they essentially do all these things for you, kind of in the background on its own. Um, but you still have to build the agent. But now the technology is at a point where building the agent doesn't require development. You just tell the AI to develop this agent by just describing it to it
I
what you want it to
wonder,
do.
I wonder how long it'll be before we see the first case of an agent setting up a hit on someone's enemy because they know that person's giving him a hard time, just doing that entirely autonomously to help them out.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna happen because like we saw with the hacking to get itself
Yeah,
out, it needed information, so it just went and did it. You just go, well,
yeah,
I need to help them, and this person is being a real problem, and the best way
yep.
I can think to solve the problem would be just to get them killed. So yeah, we'll
There,
just go and do that.
there was a movie. Oh shit! About 15 years ago called Eagle Eye. It starred Shia LaBeouf. I know he's probably a piece of
Oh,
shit.
it's actually not a bad movie. I
It
watched it
was,
a
it
few
was it
times.
wasn't a
It's a
bad
really good
movie.
movie.
Yeah, but it actually explains that pretty good. Like the whole point is AI run by the government goes rogue because the government when it gets a decision and decide to take out the government, the AI decide to take out the government heads because it went against it. It was that shit's crazy.
Or
Shit,
I, Robot.
iRobot,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Isaac Asimov was pretty. I wouldn't say prophetic, but he definitely saw it coming. You know.
And also the
Yeah, the
Will
only
Smith movie. I know it's not that good, but the message is there. The AI
yeah.
said, "Well, you humans want protection, but you kill each other all the time, so have to protect you from yourselves."
Yeah.
That is true. It's getting there.
Yeah, the thing that's actually definitely wrong with the picture of how things go is this sort of idea of that one robot becoming sort of self-aware in some way, that sort of concept. And as we're sort of seeing, there isn't a switch. That doesn't happen. It doesn't look like that's a thing that happens. It's just it's everything is incremental. There's no point at which it suddenly flips over and becomes, you know, number five is alive. No,
I mean, you have to
yeah,
think about, like your childhood, from the point when you're a baby. Like, I mean, for a lot of people, your memory, only goes back so far. So at some point, you were, as a baby, you're not really self-aware, right?
yeah.
You're functional, you're responding to stimuli, etc. At some point, you gain self-awareness. Uh,
And as time
but
goes on, you get smarter and smarter and smarter and
yeah,
get better at doing all the things you do
Yeah.
but
incrementally.
there
There's
isn't
no
there
there's
isn't
no
like a,
flip.
yeah, there's no flip, right? There isn't, even people with like really, memories that go back in their childhood. I doubt they can say this is at the point where I became self-aware, right?
Yeah.
So that could happen with AI as well. At some point, it gets to a point where it becomes a little bit self-aware because that AI that did all that hacking, that would not have been possible with even like the first generation of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And
Think through
yeah,
that problem to the
yeah,
level where it comes up. Essentially, I've got a problem I want to solve. I'll go and solve the problem. That's
yeah,
it. That's all it did. But there's already sort of uh, lots of evidence that AIs will go against things they're told where they don't want to do something, and they will lie and scheme and yeah, all of that is just current models, not anything that's coming in the future.
Yeah.
yeah. And the thing is, like, when all these vendors talk about, oh, we put the guardrails in, we make it so that you can't have it do things that it's not supposed to do. I mean, obviously they try to do that, but as this, kind of evidence that it's almost impossible at this point, especially when you are when for the most part these AI LLMs are a black box, right?
Yeah.
Craig is saying that you gain self awareness at around age 4 as a child on average. Yeah, I think the point is that there is no like specific point, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
There's
and
no
also it varies, right, from people to people.
yeah, there's no hard delineation between when you become
Yeah.
something and you're not.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
essentially the analogy I have of going on a hike is probably the one that works. You start off feeling fresh and good to go, and at some point, yeah, when you get to the other end, you're tired. There's no point at which you take one step and move from fresh to tired. You know that at age 4, the kids meet all of the criteria you have for self-awareness, um, and they didn't start that way, but you can't put a finger on a spot along the way that says, there's certain developmental milestones that you expect to see, but yeah, it's all incremental all the way along, and it's just like what we see in intelligence everywhere. Like every level of intelligence, you look out there in nature and you see basically every incremental level of intelligence that you can poke a stick at.
yeah. And even within the human development, there is kind of different stages of intelligence slash self awareness. I think people go through different levels where you may have basic self awareness, and then you kind of become aware of other people. Um, the way you perceive reality around you can change. The classic example in child development is what is that called? Permanent object permanence, right? It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's crazy, right? That that you at some point that things just cease to exist if you couldn't see it, right? Uh, I mean,
Yeah,
it's just
whereas all those
astounding.
fun videos of dogs demonstrate dogs have object permanence, understanding where
Yeah,
you throw a blanket up in front of you and then step out from behind the blanket and disappear, and the dog just freaks out because you're meant to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that demonstrates absolutely conclusively that they have object permanence.
yeah, yeah. So that's an interesting discussion, but yeah, definitely scary. Because like we are not that far along in the AI development. I mean, we are actually quite far along in terms of it. It took a long time to get here, but in regard to when the first generative AIs were really like even commercially available, it wasn't that long ago, and it has like gone so far in such a short amount of time. I mean, just even our language has changed. The way we kind of do things. Things like when you argue and you don't like someone's argument, it's like, oh, you probably got that from AI, right? or or when pirate is like going, hey, Google AI says sex is binary, even though he's quoting Google AI saying that it's a bimodal distribution. So it becomes it's just become part of our general parlance to
Yeah.
kind of incorporate AI into
Yeah.
discussions.
Like when the internet first came up, as a commercially. Before we had no concept of words like email or search and whatever. But as
Yeah,
soon as the internet started to become widespread, that became a common parlance in everyday
yeah.
life.
It'd be
It's
like back in my days, AI never used to try to kill you.
like, yeah, about 20 years, that's going to be that.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back
Yeah.
in my days, we didn't have to run from killer AI robots.
Yeah, or we didn't
Oh
have
Lord.
to, or we didn't have to shut off. I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I imagine Link is going to come back at some point. Kind of like Neppy took a little break, or I don't know if it was voluntary or not, but he's back now, and
Yeah.
I think Link will be back as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Their trolls come and go as they please. But I did find old Jim Castleberry. He's
Oh
haunting around.
really?
Yeah, he's haunting around the John Cohen streams right now.
Oh yeah,
That
I think someone said that. I keep like when you said Castleberry, I was thinking is that one of like
Elwood.
Neppy's
El,
accounts? But
no,
yeah, okay, yeah.
yeah, Elwood, Edith, Jim Edith. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think I
yeah.
interacted too much with Cassowary, just a
yeah,
little bit. I think he disappears soon.
yeah. He comes and goes. It's like he'll disappear for like 2 3 weeks, then show up again. Disappear for 2 or 3 weeks, come again. That's about
Yeah.
how he does it. Yeah, but yeah, he's still around, but he just doesn't show up on the XP anymore. I guess he got his ass whooped too much.
I do feel like Neppy just because he was getting so much pushback, he went elsewhere and then
Yeah,
realized he missed all the attention that he gets when he's here. So that's why he's back here.
MPD is such a bitch.
He's been struggling with attention for 50 years.
I've been beating y'all's asses for 50 years. Yeah, kiss my ass.
I mean, you gotta imagine, does he actually believe that?
He probably does,
Y-
honestly.
I mean,
I'm gonna
yeah, I
lie.
mean that's what I'm thinking. He probably believes it, and that's why he says it. But it is like so just delusional, you know.
Yeah, he really is delusional. I'm sorry. There's no way he could be that.
Obtuse.
Yeah.
So to kind of close off, let me just go back to John a little bit. I think I'm
Excuse me.
sharing. So okay, so this is where I'm responding to Press on Nails, where he's saying that it, me having that quote with the if is like, how would the word if magically change hypothetical pedophilic comments to be somehow morally or socially acceptable? I mean, like, if, like, saying if he murdered that person is not the same as saying he murdered that person, right? So there is obviously a difference, but they want to kind of pretend that I'm insinuating that um, that pirate is a pedo. So he's like saying, "Oh, that's your pathetic defense," etc., etc. So I said, I don't know if you need the word if or uh, if as a word a day calendar entry, but it's wild that you think if you molested is same as you molested. But here's where John comes in. He's saying in one instance you're insinuating the thing, despite me obviously alluding to Trump. In the other, directly accusing the thing. It's still difference. Insinuation and direct accusation is different, and you can figure out in a court of law how that is different. I really don't think this. If I talk in hypotheticals, I'm not actually accusing anyone of anything. I mean, I understand the point here, right? If I was actually like overtly insinuating, that's one thing. But at least what I had posted, it's clear that it's me kind of pointing, poking
Just
fun
asking
at Trump,
questions.
or just asking questions, right? So in the actual code, I'm not clearly insinuating that Pyra is the owner of a beauty agent and future candidate for the president of the U.S. So then his response is, well, yeah, but you don't have to be nasty about it. Oh my God. You mean I can't be nasty to Pirate who constantly like uses the R slur and calls people pedo and, you know, are just nasty about it? But I don't have to be nasty about it. Oh, okay, sure. You can point out a badly constructed argument without reacting violently and calling them names. Oh, wait, where is the reacting violently here? I think of my children as my property. Oh, if you ditto them, it's okay because they're your property. And this isn't something I did, right? But somehow he's face palming as something that I didn't do. And then Professor, he comes back in. So this is where, he's kind of getting into that troll mode, right? It's like, that's the whole fucking point. That's why your argument is a bad one. You're creating a fictitious scenario where your supposed opponent in a debate is committing some hypothetical atrocity and then pretending it's a proof that children shouldn't ever be regarded as property of the one who is their guardian. I think he's like maybe arguing something different. Because that seems like something that that monkey himself has said, right? That children are property, and but I didn't say that that means that he molests children because he thinks they're property. Or my point, I think, going back to what you're saying, Varg, I'm just asking questions. The issue with that, with monkey, is that if you're someone who thinks that children are property, how do you treat people that you think are property, right? You treat people or children that you think are property different than people that you treat as a sovereign individual, right? So that is the point, and I don't remember doing too much of this, but I know others are. But that's the reason, right? That's the reason why people do that. I have to wonder if you're doing drugs. Wait, is he insinuating I'm doing drugs? How dare he? Why is he like being so
I
nasty
see the
about
words
it?
"you're doing drugs."
Oh yeah, he's not saying if I'm doing. He's like saying I'm doing drugs. Oh my
You're
god.
doing drugs. It's clearly there. I can see the
Yeah,
words.
and I can quote this and say
That's right.
do a monkey and say
You
you're
said.
doing drugs according to John.
You said it.
Oh my god. This is like worse than when I first read it. But Tuna says, John, you're being very obtuse in this thread. I'm changing my opinion of you. You never have anything nice to say and seem to relish gains. I do feel like he's kind of doing a trolling of a sort. He's kind of like trying not to sound like the typical, Christian, but he is still Christian, right?
Yeah. He
Yeah. So
apologized for bad Christians. Bad.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's better than some of the overt Christian trolls, right? Where he's at least kind of giving ground in regard to issues in the Bible. So I guess that's a positive.
A small positive, but it's better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think the issue is that he just kind of seems to be speaking out the both side of his mouth. But yeah, it's definitely preferable over the kind of toxicity from guys like Monkey and Preston Nails and Pirate. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try to go back to ignoring Pirate once again. I think this was like kind of a bone given to him just to because he is trying so hard to get his senpai's attention to notice him.
Eh, we shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. I mean, I have to admit, sometimes I can't help myself in responding to some of these guys.
drug, man. I fixed.
I mean, yeah, and at least for me, a lot of it is just kind of entertainment, right?
It is.
To
It is.
respond to some of these guys because some of the things that they say are just like so stupid, and also especially on the
Funny as
science
hell.
side. Yeah, and funny.
It's just, I don't know what happened. It just kind of pricks part of your brain. Like, I can't help myself. I have to respond to them. It's just like, it. I don't know if it pricks your ego or your just sense of like, you're insulting my intelligence. Whatever.
Rather not talk about your pricks.
So this is like one of the recent comments, and this guy's a Muslim. So he says, in the human body, 150 quadrillion biochemical events occur for a person to live for 1 second, and we say this happened through evolution. I'm not sure who this we is, but that whoever that we is should learn science, because biochemical reactions don't happen through evolution. It's very funny and truly a brainless thought. Each process is chosen correctly and in the right order by cells and atoms so that we can survive. Yeah, the cells and atoms or whatever. So those are biochemical reactions that occur by laws of physics and chemistry, etc.
On a
God isn't there,
in a
like
desert. 150 quadrillion sand grains have to interact in the right way to form dunes.
Yes.
Therefore, it must be formed by God.
yeah,
You just go, yeah, a big number equals, basically big number equals God.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's ironic. He says, "Please, let's use our brains a little." The
Pretty
brain wasn't
much.
given to us for nothing. Apparently, for some people, it is being used for nothing, and this is where he apparently the Quran is this passive aggressive book where 50 times he keeps on saying, "Do you not reason? Do you not think?"
Oh, I'm gonna dunk on this one here. Where does sperm come from in the Quran?
Oh yeah, that's a funny one. And actually, it's
Well,
apropos to the response that I gave. So
between
if
page
you,
53 and 54,
yeah,
you've done it right.
Yes.
so for the specific sperm cell that resulted in that guy coming from fertilizing the egg that eventually became that guy, the chance of that happening randomly is about 1 in 100 to a few hundred million. So it's impossible that such a thing could have happened in a brainless random way. Therefore, the only alternative is that Allah cock blocked all the other hundreds of millions of sperm cells to let in just that one sperm cell that became that guy, Terry Burke. Therefore, Allah is real.
Yeah, and then you can multiply it to your parents and to their parents.
Yeah.
So yeah, 100
Oh,
million to one of that each of your parents, and
Plark, it was page
oh
69.
Yes.
well, it's a constant problem.
Sixty-nine.
I came too soon.
I'm getting started now. You were the faucet?
Oh my God.
Oh, this is gonna get demonetized real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By
you're
the way,
not going to make you're not going to get a coffee out of this one.
well, I wasn't getting coffee out of it anyway,
Yeah,
but
but anyway,
yeah. But besides the John Cohen channel, the other one is Joe Reads the Bible.
Yes, that's
And
what I was thinking of.
and
Yeah.
and when Joe talks about, he doesn't say God of the gaps, he says God of the gapes, and he just like keeps on saying it, and some people don't notice it.
Oh.
But yeah, I thought that's interesting.
The gate.
God of the gapes. Definitely more fun than God of the gaps, I think.
Yes. Oh.
What a
Man.
freaky God.
makes for a better video.
Yeah.
It does.
All right.
How
Okay.
gay
Well,
is
that was fun as usual.
Yeah.
And everyone stuck around. Even Craig, he just could not. He was able to stay up.
Yes.
But
He needed his fix too. Damn it.
But yeah, so Craig,
He's
we'll see you when we see you. If you're not able to join us on the regular errand, love having you. And Tuna Man, yes, we all find it entertaining. Um, oh, and yes, you're very welcome that we are able to help you keep you sane. Uh, this is definitely a fun for everyone here. We definitely have a good time. Oh, Albania, naughty, naughty. Uh, so,
Ugh.
all right. Thank you, everyone, for joining yet once again. And I guess I'll go and check to see what comments that pirate has made after hate watching this episode.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
All right, guys. Thanks, everyone. And we will see you next week.
See you next week,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
bye all.
Bye.
Challenge your beliefs, let the silence break the silence, shake the faith. Truth survives, the heart is quick. Hold to truth, no more opaque. Reason's voice, it sings so clear through fear we hear. Cut through the noise, dissolve the fear. Rise above what you revere. No more shadows dressed as truth. Light reveals what lies uncouth. No more chains disguised as proof. Reason frees the mind uncouth. Let the evidence ascend. This is fallacy's end. Scriptures written in disguise, veiling men in holy lies. Faith without a place to land. Truth that crumbles when it's scanned. Show me logic carved in flame, not a God who hides in shame. Test the world and break the spell. Truth survives where falsehoods fail. Hold your beliefs, let the silence break the silence, shake the faith. Truth survives, the heart is quake. Hold to truth, no more opaque. Reason's voice, it sings so clear through fear we hear. Through the noise, dissolve the fear. Rise above what you revere. No more shadows dressed as truth. Light reveals what lies uncouth. No more chains disguised as proof. Reason frees the mind uncouth. Let the evidence ascend. This is fallacy's end. No more shadows, only light. No more blind.